So you may remember that we laid out a small 3 by 1 metre trench on the eastern side of the castle, possibly or hopefully looking to find evidence of some form of banking or possibly even ramparts associated with the defences of the castle. So we're now going to take a quick look and see how progress is going in that small trench. So the trench itself is located downslope from the castle, and you can see that we have removed all of the topsoil and some of the subsoil remains, and what we've actually uncovered is a lot of stones. There is some more stones at the bottom end of the trench as well that we've actually already started to remove, but there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of form or consistency to the stones that we've uncovered so far, particularly up at the top end. What we have uncovered, however, is possibly the remnants of a small wall running across the trench, about a metre from the eastern end, and you can see here these larger tightly packed stones. One further stone which had appeared to have tumbled off has been removed, and it was located around about the centre of the image as you look at it there. But what we need to do before we remove any of these tumbled stones is we actually need to draw them all in position before we take them out, and before we can find out what is underneath them and whether we can determine if this was in fact a wall or whether the stones have just tumbled in a fortuitously linear fashion. So we'll have a quick look at how we go about drawing these stones in position. When you have a lot of stones in your trench, like you can see here in this small 3 by 1 trench, when it comes to actually recording and drawing these, it's really useful to have a grid, or what would normally be termed a planning frame. So you would see with your planning frame measured out into 20 centimetre squares, or in this instance we've just strung some string along the trench to create a 20 centimetre grid, and what that allows us to do is then transfer what we see in the grid onto our drawing board, and we end up with a very nice scale drawing of the trench. So what you can see here on this drawing so far is the first metre of the trench, or first metre or so of the trench, that has already been drawn, and those stones have been removed to reveal what we believe may be a possible wall coming through here on this alignment running up in this direction. What we have at the top end of the trench is a lot of rubble, a lot of possible tumble, but before we can remove that, we need to continue our drawing to show all of those stones in situ, measured properly. Once they've been drawn in, we've already taken a photograph of them, and then we'll be able to remove them to reveal what is underneath. And just like that, we have all the stones drawn through the 3 metre trench, with this last metre now complete. And so we're now ready to remove the strings and start removing what we believe to be tumble or collapsed material that is sort of tumbled down the hill from the castle. And once we remove those tumbled stones, we will be able to have a closer look at this possible wall running through towards the bottom end of the test pit.